I will love you forever. Oh, please, TikTok chat, work for me today. Work for me today. I might have to look up how to fix TikTok chat. All right. Log out, close the tab, log back in. Oh, should I do that? All right, I might get off of TikTok and then get back on. Chat still not working. All right, we're gonna do that. I'll be right back, TikTok. All right, all right. YouTube, what's going on? A little bit of a slow start, huh? A little bit of a slow start. Potentially some capping issues. I think it looks more like inhibition, but I'm hearing maybe some capping issues. I think it's inhibition. Dew points are lower than expected. We're starting to see some cells. Here we go. We're starting to see some cells. So that's the thing. Brandon, what's going on? Purple, what's going on? Emmanuel, John. I want to watch Connor, but Reed is chasing the cells. You can pull two things up at once, right? Hey, you're all good. Go watch Reed. He's awesome. You can hop back in here every now and then and say what's up. Oh, I got to fix something. My little swirly thing's all messed up. I got to fix my little thing up here. Give me a second. Hold up. What's going on with it? Wait, hold up. We're just going to turn it off for now. Okay. All right. We'll get started here in a second. Trying to figure out. Okay, I'm going to log out of TikTok and I'm going to get back in on that. Let's log out. Yeah, log out. Because I need that chat working. It's too frustrating when it's not working. All right, let's log back in. Hopefully this doesn't expose anything. All right, let's log back in. There we go. Maybe I can get my chat working now. Nope. Come over here. Thank you. Go live. Okay. All right, maybe we fixed it. Let's give it a whirl. Give it a whirl. All right, if you're over on TikTok, say something. Oh! Restrict it? Your live is not eligible for a recommendation and is restricted as we've detected suspicious activity that may violate our integrity and authentical. What is... Okay, well, chat's working on TikTok now, but they're saying... My stream is restricted? Yeah. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off and get on again then. Screw them. I'm getting back off TikTok. I'm getting on again. Screw them. Screw them. Screw them. Let's get off and get on again. Until they stop saying my live is restricted. I'm not doing anything wrong. Come on, TikTok. All right, let's see if I fix it that time. I think we should be good. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. We are beginning to have some cells fire off though. So we're gonna get out of here and we're gonna begin taking a look at these. It's gonna happen quickly. It's gonna happen quickly. A little bit of rough feed there. He's right around here. All right, cool. I think we're all good on TikTok. If you want to say something in chat so we can ensure that chat's working, that would be great. All right. There we go. We're working. So our chaser, but I need to get some new chasers. Some of the chasers I thought I might be working with, I don't think I'm going to. I need to get some more chasers, but this is Patrick Pinetta. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but watching Patrick today. Not much going on here. Should probably lock my office door before my son comes running in here. Don't worry, you have not missed anything. You have not missed anything. Ooh, we are getting our signal. Let's keep watching these cells develop. Interesting what's happening up here. Notice we have a little bit of something sketchy happening right here, actually, out near Butler, Oklahoma, moving up to the northeast towards Fairview. I wouldn't be surprised if this is our first warm storm of the day. Would not be surprised. I think we had some warm storms earlier today. I mean, out in this sector with these storms right now. Wouldn't be surprised. This one just to the north of I-40 west of Oklahoma City, moving to the northeast towards Fairview, Oklahoma. Let's see if we get a warn on that. We are finally getting some storms to break through. I'm going to keep composite on until we see some of these warnings pop up. What's going on, Morgan? Look at that. All I had to do was... I don't know if TikTok is restricting my stream or not. It said I was doing something wrong. I don't know what covering severe weather... my music is uncopywritten. That's good. Coverage is covered down here. That's okay to use. I don't know what the heck. TikTok's just broken lately. It's a little broken. All right, we're watching here. Big storm system. Move to the northeast. Heavy rain, you know. That's about it. My computer's heating up a little bit. I'm going to open up the window, allow some cool airflow. And then I'm going to let a few more people get in here, and then we're going to get started. We're going to talk about what's going on. A little bit of a delayed setup. We thought we'd have some storms potentially firing off as early as 4 to 5 p.m. A little bit delayed, but we're starting to see these cells pop up here. And all we need is that inhibition to reduce and then that instability to bust through the cap. And we're going to see some potentially strong supercells capable of producing large-scale damaging wind and maybe even a significant tornado or two. When I say significant, I mean EF2+. EF0, EF1 is not significant. I mean, it could be, but not really. Not really. I just bought a new desktop fan for my computer since it's been warming up here in Minnesota. We're about to get cold again, but I need my computer to stay cool. Norman, Oklahoma. You guys are looking good. You guys are looking good right now. We'll see what happens down here with this setup. This is interesting here. We can take a look at our real-time mesoscale analysis. Actually, let me pull that up on here. We don't need to go to the complicated one. Rapid update. Let's take a look at our temperatures right now. So here, this is our warm advection, northward. Push it up against, you can see these cooler temperatures here. This is exactly where we thought we'd start to get some initiation. It's not. I mean, it's starting to happen. The biggest issue, I think, is the dew points. I think the dews are a little bit lower in the panhandle of Texas than they were expected to be. That's what I think. Majority of the panhandle isn't even hitting 60 dew points yet, but there's still a dry line right out here. And that dry line is going to be moving out to the east. Propagating out to the east. And as it does, and these dew points will continue to rise. We're still gonna see these dew points rise. Why? Well, because our shortwave is pulling this moisture and heat off the Gulf right now, is pulling a lot of this instability northward. So this dry line will continue to move east. It's pretty sharp, and it'll run into these warmer temperatures out here, and we'll get some stuff, but it's not the most impressive thing I've ever seen right now. Let's take a look at some of our wind gusts. I mean, yeah, you got 45, 50 mile per hour wind gusts out here. It's blowing. A big issue was cloud cover. Okay, let's see. He should get a signal back soon. A big issue was cloud cover. Let me turn this music a little bit. But I don't think it should have completely... I don't think that's the main reason we're seeing what we're seeing. I think models overdid kind of that northward or that southern flow, pulling those dews and pulling that heat up. I think the models were overdoing that slightly. So yeah, so I think that's the issue. But again, we're gonna start to see we're starting to see these cells fire off. Emoji. So $10 super chat from Emmanuel with an emoji. Emmanuel, you're a legend. You're a legend. Yeah, my TikTok chat is working now, so I can see you all. I can actually respond if someone gifts and not seem like a a-hole. Vinny, hey, can you tell me what Pittsburgh severe weather is looking like for Saturday night? Well, let's take a look at the latest. By the way, I think this was a good call by me. Not that it was a difficult call. I think my about to be 3-year-old son could have done it. It's my 3-year-old's birthday, guys, on Saturday. Big birthday. My wife says he's about to become a 3-nager. I don't know what the 3-nager means, but that's what she said. Remember we talked about this in the stream. I said it looks really sloppy up here, really sloppy, and that if these storms were to fire off tomorrow, like I said yesterday, eastern Oklahoma, northwestern Arkansas, southwestern Missouri, I'd call that exactly where that is. But these could be the most intense. They shifted. They got rid of our slight up here. Well, you've still got your wind and hail, but they really focused that tornado threat down here. And I still agree. It's looking like this area. If we bust through that cap, we're gonna have some strong, the potential. I don't know if we're gonna, but potential for some strong tornadoes out there tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. There's no severe thunderstorm warnings or anything right now, so that's why I'm just going through this. But we may have some soon. We have a bunch of popcorn cells firing off. Yeah, this is Emmanuel, I appreciate you. This is, I just looked at it again. This is day 3. This is Saturday. So Pittsburgh, let's take a look at the latest modeling. Rufus is going to be a little aggressive. Just remember that. We'll go to the 18Z. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, here we go. There. All right. When does it look severe for you guys? Well, here we go, getting into 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. That's actually Central Time, so this would really be for you. 2, 3, 4 around Pittsburgh. Looks like we could have a nice little squall line moving through. Obviously, that could change. A little bit of back-end stuff, too. But the early afternoon, it looks like early to mid. We'll call it, 2 to 5 p.m. Let's just call it afternoon. Let's call it 12 to 5 because the storm's going to speed up or slow down. They always do. Let's just call it afternoon. Looks like it should be out before the evening time. That could change, obviously, but looks like right now it's going to be out for the evening time. Anytime you have this type of setup, squall line, QLCS, I don't care if you're here, there's always the potential for QLCS spin ups just because it's easier to get kind of rotation along this, but your most violent rotation typically comes with a discrete setup. So that's good. Higher chance for tornadoes along a setup like this, but the intensity of these tornadoes, if you do see one, is usually EF0, EF1. Weaker. They'll do some tree damage, knock out some power. They're typically not going to level a neighborhood though. So that's what's good. This area, though, we'll have to watch that. We'll have to watch this area closely because significant tornadoes possible. And then look at Saturday night. Holy smokes. The latest the latest Rufus. That's interesting. Here we go. This is still beginning to intensify. Man, he's having an issue. I know, you know why he's having an issue, right, guys? With service, he's like out here chasing this storm. There's probably not too many cell towers out here in Clarendon and Memphis, Texas. I don't know. I've never been there. I'm just going to take a wild guess. And, you know, some people pay a lot extra to have those crazy antennas so they never lose service, but can't blame someone for not having that crap. All right. It looks like there's a little bit of rotation in the cell, but we don't have a great look at it on the radar, so we're going to wait a little bit. This is moving to the northeast. Up towards Watonga. Actually, up towards Fairview, Cherokee. Oklahoma. Yeah, Memphis, Texas is looking good right now. There's a cell that's developing to the south, but this is going to move over you before it becomes any sort of significant, I believe. It's cloud tops aren't too high right now. Let's see what's done. Okay. Brendan, member 4 months. I appreciate you. I always pray for severe weather to stay away. I do what I can to not freak out. Yeah, this day and age, this day and age, you get a pretty good heads up, so people are pretty safe. The odds you get in a situation, a very, very dangerous situation, aren't high. You have to remember that. They're very low, but it's best to stay safe and stay updated. Morgan, Marissa, I appreciate you guys. Decided mods. we're going to do a just mod merch giveaway. And, well, we're going to do a merch giveaway in the Discord this month for everyone, but then we're going to do one just for the mods, because I feel like if there's mods that don't have merch, I need to give them free merch. So we're going to do just a mod giveaway too. B's going to help me put together some ideas for the spring and summer merch. But what we'll do is we'll post it in the mod channel, and you guys can help us choose. You joined the Discord. Nice. Yeah, guys, if you want to join the Discord, obviously, listen, I'm biased, but in my opinion, there's not a better weather Discord out there. It's updated every single day. Like I said, everything from severe weather, temperature, rainfall, winter storms, tropical climatology. We've got pushing 700 people in there, and we do merch giveaways every month. It's a good time. It's completely free. Just click the link in the description of any of my YouTube videos, or add Connor's Climate Corner on Discord, and you'll be in there. Who just joined? There you go. I see you just joined, and made you a member of the Climate Crew. Now you should be able to see all the channels. Appreciate that. The view is so pretty. Yeah, on his stream. Yeah, he unfortunately keeps losing signal, or where you are. He unfortunately keeps losing signal, but I'm hoping it'll improve a little bit as we move through tonight. Look at that. I did have a few other chasers in mind that I might struggle with getting for this season. So if anyone knows of any chasers, I don't typically do long live streams. I've got kids and stuff, but I try to get on if there's a severe event for a few hours to cover the peak of the event if I can. Anyone knows any chasers? Listen, I'm probably not going to be paying $100 to $200 an hour to a chaser like some people do, just because I'm already paying so much money for the rest of my stuff, the rest of my weather content streaming setup. I'll pay $50, $75 an hour though if I need to for a big event. You know what I mean? For a chaser, that's fine. That's fine. If you know a chaser, that wants to let me stream their stuff for free, and I'll just constantly give them a shout out and promote them, I'll do that too. I'll gladly do that. I'll tag their name on my screen for the entire stream if it's free. Yeah, that's a desolate spot. Yeah. Had a biopsy this week and been relaxing and healing, and get news tomorrow. Praying for good news. Yeah, I'm praying for good news for you too. Double D. Yep. Yeah, big day tomorrow. Yeah, all you can do is just relax and not worry right now. You know, worrying isn't going to change the outcome. So, but hopefully it is good news. Can you give a guess on South Mississippi this week? Well, there's gonna be some storms out there. I can give you the latest model guidance. I haven't looked into Saturday enough yet because I've been focusing on Friday, and especially today since this is what's happening right now. But I've talked about in my videos, I've talked about Saturday. But obviously, taking a look at the latest Rufus, look at that. Look at Mississippi. Getting into 4 p.m. on Saturday. Look at that. North to central to northern Mississippi. 4 p.m. all the way through 10 p.m. And then you get out down there towards the coast as we get into the early morning hours, 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning. Getting smacked. So is Louisiana. Potentially. There's not going to be inhibition issues on this or cap issues on this. I promise. This is a frontal boundary. But when you get these discrete setups, you can get some inhibition issues. Let's go to the latest H or capping issues. Let's go to the latest HRRR. Okay. Is this is the 23Z. So it's just delayed. Okay. This is just delayed. It's still $10 super chat. Oh my gosh. 1 second.
Just some pre-appreciation for a long weekend.
Brandon, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow's event, but my son's 3rd birthday on Saturday, so I'll be doing a lot of preparation for my son's birthday tomorrow. And then Saturday I'll be streaming too, but I don't know how long, because that's going to be his birthday too. I'm going to have to try to fit it all in. All right, so now we're looking at the HRRR saying, Brandon, I appreciate you. Now 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So this is just a delayed. This is just delayed. Man. What I might end up doing is, because if I do get off, I was going to stream until about 8 p.m. right now. I thought we might have a lot going on. It's a little bit delayed here. If I do get off, I might get off for an hour or two and then hop back on. But I should be on. We should be on tracking these as they fire up, and we should be able to see, you know, who's kind of in the direct path of some of these supercells. I'll be on for a little bit here, a couple hours. HRRR has these cells expanding still. We're just looking at the real-time mesoscale analysis. It looks primed enough. Obviously, like I said, dew points are a little low. Dry line's lagging behind, but a little bit of an issue with shear. Bulk shear's fine. I just looked at bulk shear. Bulk shear is 40, 45. 40, 45 knot bulk shear, which is fine for severe or for supercell development. Does anyone think Metro Detroit and Michigan could see any severe threat next week? Well, let's look in the short range first. Let's look in the short range first. There's a small possibility. You might get some thunderstorms here. I don't expect those to be severe. There's a small possibility you get a little bit of a severe threat out here with this. I don't think your tornadoes on the table, but some strong winds and hail possibly early morning Saturday. But next week, yeah. I mean, here's what I think about next week. Here's why I think there's a possibility next week. Really quickly, I'll show you. I guess I'll just run to the Euro. Here we go. Here's why. Let's look at our temperature anomalies getting into next week. Don't worry, no severe warnings yet. Oh, we have a severe thunderstorm active. Where the heck is that? Did I not get that notification? Here you go. This is why. Notice what's happening potentially next week. We're right now taking a look at about 150 hours. There you go. Steep temperature gradient setting up here. We could have a nice Bear Clinic boundary setting up. So that could be severe weather across this entire stretch. So yeah, that'd be around the 11th. So that would be around, you know, next Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey, that's a pretty, there you go. That's a pretty view. Where even is this severe thunderstorm warning? Is this in Florida? Oh, did they severe warn? Oh, there you go. They did severe warn this storm. Sorry guys. I had my warnings off for some reason. There's your tornado watch zone. So this is severe warned. 60 mile per hour radar indicated. Winds 1 inch hail radar indicated. So 70% chance for hail. They have it a 60% chance. 60% chance for Tor, 60% chance or 60% wind. And then, I mean, let's see if there's any rotation in this bad boy. Let's see if there's any rotation in here. Tough to tell. Oh, there it is. There's a little bit of a couplet back here that our radar picked up for a second. There's a little bit of there's a little bit of rotation in this. Let's take a look at the reflectivity. Interesting. Let's pay attention to this notch here. This is exactly where our couplet was. Let's pay attention to that little notch there and see if something forms off that. Let's pay real close attention to that. Getting back up to these storms. Still seeing this potential couplet trying to form in here, moving up to the north. Let's take a look at the reflectivity. Let's get in here a little bit. Okay. All right. He is in Memphis, Texas. Chasing this severe warned storm that we're looking at on our map. Bucks County, PA, that's where I lived last year. What can I expect tonight for this little QLCS forming? I wouldn't expect much. Heavy rainfall. You're going to get some thunderstorms, not severe. Strong thunderstorms, potentially, but not severe. Strong thunderstorms, but not severe. small chance severe. 10% chance they're severe. I'll say that. I think there's a small chance, but I don't think so. Heavy downpours. You'll get a little bit of thunder. How's it looking for northeast Kansas? You've got some storms moving up there right now. We've got some storms that are about to move through the right around Hutchinson, Wichita area, moving up to the northeast. So not too bad if we were to take a look at the latest HRRR. Let's get into it. And we'll look at the, yeah, it's fine. We can look at the 23Z. Let's push this back. Expecting some strong to maybe severe storms to be rolling through there at around 11 p.m. Central Time tonight. And then we move forward and maybe some more rain. This looks more like a washout, not severe, as we get into 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. This is going to be a ton. I mean, this could end up being severe. So the morning commute's going to be messy. 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. It's Friday. Stay home. 7 a.m. if you can. 7 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So the morning's going to be messy. If you're going to get severe weather, it's likely going to be probably between that 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. But again, there's some storms trailing here that could try to produce something through the morning hours in Kansas City. Let's turn the jams up a little bit since we're waiting. Right? Let me know if that's too loud. Let's turn the jams up a little bit since we're sitting here doing nothing, guys. I will tell you, for all you who are like, this is a bust. This is the type of setup where I could walk out of the room for 10 minutes, come back, and we have 4 severe thunderstorm warnings up and a tour possible warning. There's some inhibition to the south. There's a little capping to the north. And as soon as this stuff breaks, and we've seen it happen, we're starting to see these cells fire off everywhere. I mean, look at these last frames right here, right? We pretty much had nothing on the screen around 30 minutes ago. And now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. These popped up within the last 30 minutes. Maybe getting another one here. So I think it's worth noting. These can come out of nowhere. Hold up. I'm supposed to my alerts are supposed to be on. Hold up. I'm gonna answer some questions here. I never did my stream intro. I should probably do my stream intro. What do you guys think? I'm gonna make sure. Let me make sure that my alerts are turned on. Okay. Okay, they are. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if this one will work for me. Okay. I would be on a lot of meds if I lived in Tornado Alley. It's time for my next favorite season, Spinny Sucky Boy season. Is that about hurricane season? I'm just kidding. Yeah, yep. That's right. That's right. Spinny Boys. Oh, yeah, ride him, cowboy. Thanks, Allie. I think it should work with my screen a little bit bigger over here, right? What's going on, B? What is going on? Who just texted me? Are you in the middle of work? And I don't have their number. I'm scared of hurricanes because I'm scared of large bodies of water. Spinny Boys. Spinny Sucky Boy is actually crazy. I know. Yeah, I'm not really worried about this weekend much at all, Emmanuel. What about the severe weather? Hey, Connor, how is St. Louis looking for tomorrow? I'd rather be in St. Louis than in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's just say that. I'd hate to be in Memphis, Tennessee. Anyone in Memphis, Tennessee in my chat? I'd hate to be in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's make myself a little bit bigger. Is that good? I made myself a little bit bigger. Is that good? No. I'll put myself back. That's fine. This is fine like this. What about Nashville? Nashville doesn't look as bad. You're gonna get you get a little bit of severe weather though. You get a little bit of severe weather. You know, like I said, I mean, there's time for things to change, but actually, sorry, I didn't mean Memphis. I did not mean Memphis. I did not mean Memphis. I mean this area, Joplin, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Tulsa. But I did not mean Memphis. Memphis could see some severe weather though. Memphis could see some severe weather. Brain malfunctioning. Here you go. Memphis, you got some nice storms moving in. Saturday afternoon, all the way through the early evening hours, it could get spicy in Memphis and then in Nashville as well as we get into Saturday late afternoon, early evening. Pay attention out there. He's seeing some nice lightning. He's seeing some nice lightning out of this storm, guys. Let's go check on him.
So underneath the anvil of this one, there is another updraft forming over there that's got kind of a nice corkscrew shape to it.
Storm chaser, Patrick.
So I mean, these
Pineda.
are all rotating.
Pineda. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is it Pineda?
Not
Guys,
very-
Pineda. Is it Pineda or Pineda? Someone help me. I think it says Hispanic.
These are not healthy
could be wrong.
thunderstorms.
I subbed to this guy so I can use him,
Dead, all
but I'm
things
looking for more
considered.
chasers. I was gonna work with another one. I don't think I'm gonna. I'm willing
We're
to
not
pay
gonna be
50,
seeing any
75 an
daytime
hour. I don't
tornadoes
wanna
here,
push
that's for
100
sure.
an hour. I'm already paying
Yeah, we got a
$500 to $1,000 a month for my streaming.
Speed trap.
So I gotta be, you know, when my channel grows a little bit more, I'll pay $120 an hour for chaser. But if anyone knows any.
So these West
And hey, if they let me stream it for free, like I said, I will tag their social on my stream.
We're gonna attack this tornado, or we're gonna attack this supercell
Appreciate
from
the
the
tells.
north flank.
Definitely Mexican last name, right? So is it Pineda?
Hello, welcome to the chat.
Pineda. I'm pretty sure.
We're gonna attack
yeah.
this supercell from the
doesn't- I
north
think-
side
I
of the
think maybe he's
storm, which
Mexican.
will put us
That's
under
what it
the
is,
side of the storm that drops hail. But as you guys can
I think it'd
see,
be
this one
Pineda.
is.
No.
I'm just looking at the radar right now. It doesn't look like it's dropping hail currently. So.
What's the risk here? Well, this whole area is under a tornado watch right now.
I see a couple other storm chasers parked out in the field.
You wanna see the risk
right
zone?
now. Oh, I'm gonna.
Here's the risk zone right now, obviously an enhanced, but if we take a look at tornado, there you go, 5%, 10%, 15%. SIG 1 hatched in here, meaning significant tornadoes up to EF2, maybe plus, is possible here. Typically, I think you would say SIG 1, EF2, SIG 2, EF3, and then SIG 4, or SIG 3. It would be, you know, EF4 plus. But what this means here, obviously, you got 15% chance, 15% risk zone for tornado. There's a 15% chance a tornado touches down from any point in this, within 25 miles from any point in the yellow. There's a 10% chance a tornado touches down within 25 miles of any point in the brown, and then so on to the green. 2% chance a tornado touches down within 25 miles of any point in the green. There's our risk zone right now, though. This is our tornado watch. Could expand. We're lagging a little bit behind here. You think we'll see a tornado on this stream? Well, again, there's going to be like an hour and a half when I have to get off stream around 8, and then we'll get back on after that. I really hope that there's not a touchdown in the middle there, but we may. The problem is he's running out of daylight. He's running out of daylight, but you can still see him. I've seen quite a few tornadoes live on stream last year. I want to say probably maybe like 8 times we saw a tornado touch down with the streamer, with the chaser live on stream. We actually saw if you guys remember, the Huntsville tornado. was just outside of Huntsville, but it was pretty strong right out here. And we got basically the first look at that as that touched down. We had some other ones. We had some ones up in the plains that we saw touch down as well. So let's take a look here. How's the cell looking? It looks like your rotation maybe a little bit farther down to here to the south. Take another look at this system up here. Are any chasers up here? We can take a look at the chasers in a second that are on here. We can pop them up for a second, but I can't use them. We'll take a quick look. I don't think we have any traffic cams out here, which is crazy. Oh, we have some traffic cams out here in Kansas. Thank you, Kansas, for providing some freaking traffic cams. I don't know why Oklahoma has none. But like this would be the best place for traffic cams. Let's look at some of the storm chasers that are out here. We've got some people right around here. Pull it up for half a second. That's a really good shot of the storm. Nick Smego, good shot of the storm, but we don't want to get copywritten. Adam, not a bad angle of the storm. So they're watching this. We got another storm chaser out here, Brett Dar. Very pretty. Not Brett. I mean, you know what he's filming. I'm sure he's pretty too. So that's what's going on there. Our guy that we're watching right now is right on top of this system. So he's around here as well. We'll see if he can get a good shot for us. I do plan on, once tornado season really kicks off, which we're starting to get into spring, you know, but I want to have at least, I would say 3 to 4 different camera angles, so different chasers. Like I said, if you're in my Discord and you know anyone, I'm willing to pay up to $50 to $75 an hour, or I'm also willing to tag their socials in a corner here of the stream for the entire stream. Shout them out. Let's make a deal. I'm hopeful to never see a tornado despite me being through storm trauma. A tree was very close to falling on top of my friend's house. We could have been crushed. We were oh my gosh, yeah. I've been through a tornado. It was in a Hurricane Francis, I believe. And so I think it was classified. It ended up being an EF1, but it went right over our house. And it was very loud. Very loud. It was, we had, you had category 3 winds with with a tornado inside. So it was quite spooky. It was probably one of the loudest sounds I've ever heard. I think it may have been actually classified as an EF2. I have to go back and look. That's my only tornado experience. I was jet skiing out when I was younger. When I was like 12, 13 years old. My parents took a trip to Key West. We rented jet skis, and I was jet skiing, and there were like twin water spouts in front of me that were circling each other, which is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Yeah, I was in a closet for that Hurricane Francis, and we just heard what sounded like our house collapsing, and we went out. It was our pool deck and pool screen had collapsed because we were on a hill, and then a part of the roof was ripped off. I was assuming, did I miss anything otherwise? No. Mab, what's going on? Ozona area, where's that? Oh, that's actually, he has a nice angle here. I want to show you guys in a second. You guys are looking pretty good, pretty okay back there. You could end up getting some thunderstorms through that region, but nothing to worry about right now. Nothing to worry about. Oh, there it is. I thought this one would be, I thought we would get a... Wow, I just realized my notifications aren't popping up either, are they, guys? I just realized that. All right, well, we got some things to figure out here before we actually push into spring. That's pretty frustrating. I don't think I'm even hearing sound. Let's just turn the sound on. Let's test this. Okay, what? I don't want that. That doesn't sound like an emergency. It sounds like my alarm in the morning. Ew. What is going on? These are the sounds? These are the sounds? That's fine. That's fine. We'll work with that for now. Those are the sounds. Well, alrighty then. Here you go. 6 mile per hour radar indicated wind, inch radar indicated hail in here. I was talking about this. I thought this storm would end up getting warned first. There is a couplet here. I think the storm should have been warned first. There is a couplet here. Now, this is velocity, so you got to subtract what you think the speed of the storm is. But really quickly, let's take a look at this. This isn't storm relative velocity. 80 mile per hour. 80 mile per hour winds. What's our storm moving at? What's our storm moving at? 40 miles per hour. It's a fast moving storm. If that's the case, these winds might be pushing closer to 50. Rotating in here right now. Not always. It depends. If actually this storm's moving directly towards the radar. Velocity is weird. If a storm is moving perpendicular with the radar, a lot of times your velocity is taken into account the storm speed. But if the storm is moving directly at the radar, like this is, oh, there it is. If it's moving directly at the radar, actually the velocities in here might be pretty accurate. So we may actually have some strong winds in here. So let's take another look. Maybe we are pushing 80 mile per hour winds in this couplet. So let me take a look again at the rotation on the reflectivity. Oh, that's spinning. That's spinning right there. Yep. Confirmed. Confirmed. Looks like we got another severe thunderstorm warning. Where is it? Nope, just these two. Switch back over here real quick. I'll get to your questions in a second. What's your favorite winter tornado season? It's interesting because I got into meteorology because of hurricanes. I loved hurricanes. I've studied hurricanes probably the most, but well, I don't know anymore because I've studied severe and winter storms so much. I like them all for different reasons. I like covering hurricanes just because the rarity, we get a lot of tornadoes, a lot of winter storms. The rarity of a major hurricane or a very intense hurricane moving into the Gulf, even into the Caribbean, to Western Atlantic, you don't get it a lot. It gets a lot of eyes on it, and the outcomes are just crazy, or the potential outcomes are crazy. So those are really exciting. And hurricanes overall, tropical cyclones are, in my opinion, the most insane weather events on planet Earth. When you take a look at what's actually happening with them, they have their own sustainable engine in the eye that just continuously funnels moisture and heat up to the surface, and then spreads it out amongst across the high pressure. Hurricanes are freaking insane. I mean, there's been hurricanes that have an eye wall that's as wide, that's a couple 100 miles wide, has EF3 tornado winds in it. Hurricanes are insane. I think it's probably actually the most fun tracking winter storms, just because everyone gets so excited after a long summer when the first winter storms come in. But I would say tornadoes is severe weather is the hardest thing in tornadoes, just because it's so unpredictable, especially making a forecast beforehand. I mean, look at today. We thought we would have some serious cells firing off around 5. It's 7 o'clock and we have our storms now, but what a delay. And there's just, there's going to be days like there's every year where there's 40 severe thunderstorm warnings, 20 severe thunderstorm or 30 severe thunderstorm warnings and 10 tornado warnings at the same time. And when that happens, it is like draining covering that stuff. But it's also, it's all a good time. I got into meteorology because of lightning and hail. I'm fascinated, man. Yeah, I'm fascinated by all of it. There's really not much. I'm probably the most obsessed with climatology, though. My goal in life is to really understand and get better at long-range forecasting. Like short-range, mid-range forecasting is improving quickly, especially with AI, but long-range forecasting is still a little bit of a mystery, and that's what I like to do. I've been doing pretty good with my long-range forecasting this year. I did pretty decent last year. Not perfect, but pretty good. You've never been wrong for my area. Tori, I don't know where you are, but I'd like to continue to not be wrong for your area. Lincoln storms. Lincoln, Nebraska. It's possible tonight. Let's take a look at our latest short range HRR. Let's get into it. Oh, the 00Z is coming out right now. Well, that's good. That's good news. Wait. Sorry. Not the 00. This is wrong. The 00Z. I was right. Some strong storms look like they could begin trying to move into Lincoln around 11 p.m. tonight. And then as we move on through the night, look at through the morning hours. Let's call it 10, 11, midnight, and then all the way through the morning, potentially all the way until about 4 a.m. 7 a.m. 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. to 7. No, we're going to call it 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Scattered strong to severe thunderstorms up near Lincoln. Mostly strong. There is a possible you get some severe storms in here. It's a little bit muddied. You're not going to have extremely low or high dews with incredible CAPE values up here. So I'd say mostly strong thunderstorms 11 p.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. are possible. But severe storm or two is not possible for Lincoln. What's he looking at? Oh, does he have a good angle of the storm? Let's take another look. Have they upgraded either of these? I'm really frustrated that my that the overlay is struggling right now, guys. I'm sorry about that. A little bit of a spooky look there. Northeast Kansas. Okay. Note it, Tori.
Yeah, we're gonna just kind of follow the storm.
Not a bad idea.
And the lightning.
Because it's going to push
basically
right into that 15% SIG 1 area. I'd follow the storm too. I would. Yeah, let's take a look at some of these lightning strikes. You know what I should do on this screen, and I think I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, it looks like they did look.
I'm
It
gonna
does
add
look
a
like they actually
display
warmed that
capture.
northern cell.
And I'm going to add my main display. Wrong one. Wrong one. Let's add this one. And just so you guys can see where he is.
You know what? I'm gonna go
He's
after
on
that
this
northern cell. It's probably a dumb idea, but I'm gonna go do it.
No, good idea, good idea. Good idea. Just kidding.
I'm gonna cook some soup though.
Alrighty.
Oh, my fancy car.
Food break. He's cooking soup in the car. It's fancy. Let's go ahead and pin that. Blizzards are fun. I agree. Although I was almost stuck in a blizzard on, what's that road? On, what's that road? Yeah, I-94 between Eau Claire and St. Paul. I almost got into a 30-car pileup and then got stranded. But other than that, that's the only bad blizzard experience I've had. How's the weather for Chicago looking for tomorrow? I've seen they have a 2% hatch. What does that mean? 2% hatch? Oh, maybe for wind? Maybe for wind. Let's take a look. Tomorrow. Let's take a look at our wind. Oh, it must be for hail. Nope, you guys are out. You guys aren't in a hatch. But they did adjust it. Wait. They have you in a 2% hatch tornado risk tomorrow? Okay. I think it's going to be a little muddy up here, but okay. Yeah, what this means is there's a 2% chance that a tornado could touch down within 25 miles of your location. If you're in the green. 2% chance that tornado touches down within 25 miles of your location tomorrow. That doesn't mean once. That doesn't mean twice. However many times. 2% chance. All right. The hatch, this is a SIG 1, means you could get tornadoes as strong as an EF2 tornado. EF0, EF1s, they'll damage trees, power lines, but they're not going to do much structural damage. Structural damage starts at EF2, typically. At least more than just taking some panels off a roof. But SIG 1, very unlikely to get an EF3 or above. But again, only a 2% chance. tornado touches down within 25 miles of your area of Chicago tomorrow. I hope that was explained well. Let me see why my alerts aren't popping up. That's fine. Very interesting. It's unfortunate. I think I just need to update everything. It's just not pulling in the feed. Man. Actually, I probably should have ran an update. That's fine. I'll have this fixed once we really get into spring. At least you guys can still see 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings at the top. That's working. 14 active alerts. That's actually correct. That has to do with that shows marine alerts and everything too. 14 active alerts around the country. Severe weather outlook's down there below me. It goes through to severe day 2. That's all below me. The tornado watch, that's accurate down there. That's all. That's going to continue to roll. What the tornado watch is, it'll show you what the severe, where you are. It'll roll to who's in the severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings if we get any. Yeah. And then this will give you a greater explanation right there. So everything's good. I would just like for our notifications to be popping up and visible every time we get a warning, and for the actual sound to be correct. But that'll be fixed within a week or 2. No problem. Also, when we get a tornado warning, typically the most significant tornado, you'll see a red box up here, probably next to me, and that'll give you all the information you need to know on that tornado warning. All right. What does yellow zone mean? This is a tornado watch. This is we are under everyone in here is under a tornado watch from just west of Oklahoma City out here, from that county, all the way up to Fairview, Woodward, Oklahoma, out here towards Pampa, Texas, almost out towards Amarillo, down to almost Lubbock, right to the northeast of Lubbock, and then you got Paducah, Texas in here, Altus. Yep. We're right in here. Texas and Oklahoma. Oh, these active alerts are actually all probably related to all of our flash flood warnings out here across portions of southern Indiana, southeastern Ohio, and then portions of southeastern Missouri. All right, I mean, nothing crazy going on. This storm looks like it's about to get warned, though. This storm looks like it's about to get warned. Let's take a look at it. It probably should. There you go. There's a little bit of a couplet, some high velocities showing up on this storm. Okay, that'll get warned in a second probably. Let's take a look at this again. A little bit of a couplet down here. Nothing major. Ooh, a little bit of a CC drop potentially there. I don't think that's radar interference. And then our storm up here, still some strong winds, high velocity. Not really a couplet, but high velocity winds down there. And well, you could argue with this right here, but CC maybe. Okay, let's actually want to take a look at the progression of this storm really quickly. This one could. It's wrapping here. It's getting a little bit of inflow and trying to wrap up here, but it's not successful quite yet. Back down here, let's take a look. Let's take a look. What's this weird phasing it's going through here? What is this? What is that? What the heck? What is that? What's that line? It's something pushing out from the radar. Weird. Where's this radar? Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. That's directly from the radar. Everyone stay calm. Everyone remain calm. Please remain calm. Nobody panic. All right, what did we get? Did we get an upgrade on one of these storms? 60 mile per hour wind gust, 6 mile per hour wind gust. Nothing major still. I'm using WeatherWise right now. I'm using WeatherWise right now. We still have a 15% Sig 1 hatch out here, guys. These storms could pop off in any moment. I will say the dew points were running a little low for me. And dry line was running behind. Not overly impressed with bulk shear. I will say, though, bulk shear was 40 to 45 knots. And that is significant enough for strong supercells. Not the strongest of supercells, but it's significant enough. So we'll see. I wonder what road he's on right now. It's got an interesting view.
Actually, that will be exactly the right place for me to catch this thing.
He's on this storm right here.
That's perfect.
Oh, man. I like the song. I do have the feeling that well, let me take a look at these storms. We're gonna take a guess. We're gonna take a guess together too. Look at this. This is interesting what's happening out here. Let's watch this southern storm as well. I'm gonna try to take a guess at which storm goes tornadic first. Let's take a guess. What do you guys think? All right, we're gonna take a guess. We're gonna take a guess. Ready? We're gonna label these and see if maybe none of them, but we're gonna label these. What do you guys think? Okay, here's 1, 2. We'll call this 3, 4, 5. Of these, which one goes tornadic first? All right, gets it. Maybe none, but what do you guys think? Think the northern one? Okay. 1, 4. 4 looks like it could. 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. 4. Okay. Okay. So I don't. Okay. So and then 3. No 2s. You're calling 4. I'm struggling. I actually and I could be wrong. There's an opportunity up here, but I actually think if I had to take a guess, even though this is one of the a new storm that's developing down here, I'm actually watching 5. And that's not a favorable one right now because it's trailing the system up ahead of it. But I do think because the shortwave is propagating from the southwest, and we're still getting some moisture and warmth advection from the south here, I think if anything's going to pop off here as things start to really pop off, it's going to be our southern one. That's what I think. We'll see, though. I could be wrong. We will see. Oh, Caroline's at 5. Yep, Caroline's at 5. 2 is out by a lake. There's no lakes in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I've been meaning to teach John. This is a standard feature that comes with Moblin. I've been trying to teach John how to use it.
We'll go back to our other map here so we can see a little bit better. Let's take a look at this one. Can I get it? Let's take a look from a different radar angle. Look at this. There's something happening in this storm. 4 may end up being the winner. Interesting here, but I think that's just the wrong radar to use. Let's go to a different radar. Yeah, not much. And then 1 does look pretty spicy. All right, we'll see. We will see. That was a good shot. Is it Clarendon, Texas? So he's probably driving right along this road, right north of the storm, right here, right in there. You guys can see that. I know people on TikTok are like, you have two of the same screens. I think that's how it's showing, right? Yeah. Two of the same screen. You know what? It is what it is. That's okay. That's okay. I forget this.
Where am I relative to Amarillo?
Brother, you are east southeast of Amarillo. I wish you could hear me.
There we go. Starting to get some action over here.
Uh-oh, I don't want action on 4. I picked 5. I don't want action on 4.
Okay.
I've got to say, though.
A quick forecast for tomorrow and find out if I'm chasing tomorrow or not.
I like because the top view is unrestricted. True. That's why I did it on purpose. I didn't even see some of this. Sunny girl, appreciate you. Jasmine, what's going on? Captain H2O. It's going to be 4. Cedric has said it. Guthrie might see some storms overnight. Yeah, that's Oklahoma, right? There you go. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. I knew that. I knew that. I knew that. Cantori. We're just kidding. Yeah, potentially. What is the 4 and 5? We're trying to pick which storm's going to go tornadic potentially first. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I think 4 is the favorite, and I can kind of see why. I'm taking a little bit of a gamble on 5 here. Oh! Update it. 1.5 inch hail now, radar indicated. Not inch. Okay. All right, a little bit of an upgrade. Uh-oh. Am I going to lose? Oh, no. Look at this storm back. Look at this storm back here, though. We're getting some... It's starting to broaden a little bit. I'm surprised we've got no sort of warn on this yet. Look at these winds in here. We'll see if they tack something onto that in a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't matter which radar you go to. Oh, look at this. Oh, they got to warn this. Let me look at that on a couple different... Let me look at that on a couple different radars. Look at that. That thing's starting to strengthen a little bit. Starting to strengthen a little bit. Look at that. It's everywhere. Yeah, this thing's going to get warned. Give it 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Why are we red? Do we have a destructive... Do we have a destructive... We don't have a destructive storm. Oh, we have a Tor possible. Tor pause. Hey, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. All right? All right, my people who picked 4, this doesn't count yet. Doesn't count yet. It is Tor pause, though. I think that's why my my overlay went red. Tor pause, Tor pause. Usually I would have a nice sound for that, but none of my sounds are working, so, you know, it is what it is. Whatever. Whatever. It's so weird though. Why isn't it working? It's actually so weird. What is above it that could be alert notice? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I'm going to try this real quick. I'm going to try this. Settings. Monitor and output. Alert bar monitor and output. Okay. Yeah, you guys haven't seen any notifications pop up in this area, have you? On the overlay. These are things I just need to fix as we get back into tour season. Yep, this thing is rotating a little bit. This radar interference is frustrating me, but that's okay. Making it difficult to see what's going on here. So if I'm wrong, that's what I blame it on, guys. It's the radar interference. Just so you know, I already have my excuse loaded up. It's the radar interference. What's that? That doesn't make any sense up there. Actually, maybe it does. There's a little bit of rotation on that. That's a weird side of the storm for it to be on. I'm shocked they haven't worn this one yet. Shocked. Actually, not shocked. I shouldn't say that, but they probably will be soon. Let me turn off. Ooh, what's going on over there? Let me quickly turn off what's going on radar Omega. Sounds from radar Omega.
Well, I hope you guys are ready for a light show because we're about to have one. Let's get some lightning bolts in the chat, folks.
Let's see. Let's go to.
You guys ready for this?
Storm-based turn off. Storm-based. I just want to turn off the sounds. Turn off the sound. Sound is off. Interesting.
Hell yeah.
I'll just turn off
Let's get this punched in.
That'll work. Looks like ooh, look at that. There it is, guys. There it is. Sorry, that was about 3 minutes later than I expected. There's our severe thunderstorm warning. They're starting at an inch and a quarter hail. Yeah, probably should have been a little bit earlier.
We're doing it.
So now we've got 3 severe thunderstorm warnings lined up. See if we get some nice,
coming in from
nice
the forward
lightning show
flank,
here.
which is maybe
He is again on this storm.
get a little bit rough. But you will get quite the light show, so that is on purpose. Alright, we're in Clarendon. Again, somebody should correct my pronunciation on this.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
Clarendon.
pronounce that town name.
Who knows?
Oh, I need to
He's like me. Who
wire
knows?
thing.
Altus is being missed.
My cable.
We need rain so bad. You're probably gonna have some storms move through later in the
Trying
night.
to roll my cables.
We're gonna get some things firing off behind us, I think, for Altus.
Is this the gizmo?
It's right out here.
Is it the gizmo? Where's the other gizmo? Is this the thing that's with battery? That's the battery. Nope, no on board.
We do see rotation in a few of these. This actually still, you can still see somewhat of a couplet here. Up to the north. This is rotating. We've just got an updated severe thunderstorm warning. Is this one still torpause? I don't see torpause anymore. Did we lose our torpause that quick? No, this is our torpause. The one below it. And then they took torpause out of this one. Well, that's interesting. Don't you think, guys? They just went torpause for about 10 minutes and then they switched it out. Haha. It's not going to be 4. It's going to be 5. This is going to be our 1 right here. We're getting all sorts of updates right now. Let's make sure Miami, Texas or Wheeler, Texas. Let's see. Miami, Texas. You guys are good. A lot of these storms are, you know, originally it looked like Miami, Texas was going to be right in the middle of these, but these storms have shifted a little bit farther out east, which is weird because the dry line's a little bit farther west than I thought, but our dew points are a little bit too low out here, so the storms are forming a little bit actually out of ahead of the main boundary, it looks like. Still possible to get some strong storms late into the night, though. Keep your alerts on if you're out there. All right, I'm just going to close radar omega because this thing's annoying me. All right, and let me actually go back into here. Map settings, not map settings. Here we go. Settings. And we don't need alerts on for yeah, sound none for flash flooding. That's good. Okay, good. And then we can turn all of these. I don't have sound on for these, do I? Okay, good. All right, good. I shouldn't have sound on for anything. All right. Okay. Some good lightning there out ahead of him. Let's scan these storms again real quick and then take a look at what he's looking at. He's driving right at the storm. These are struggling to get. I mean, these are severe storms, but they're not. It's hard to call these super. I mean, this is the closest thing I think that we've seen to maybe becoming a true supercell down there to the south. There's a nice little couplet here, but I do think the structure of this one down here looks a little better. This one's not too bad. All right. The lower bottom storm looks like bunny ears or a peace sign. Hold up. Oh, right there. That's how bored we are. Talking about the shapes of the storms. Ay, ay, ay. It's okay to be bored. At least we don't have a major tornado on the ground. Although I wouldn't mind one out in the middle of nowhere. Not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind one out in the middle of nowhere. Still watching this up here. Anything going on to the north? Got some strong thunderstorms up here. Nothing severe. At least doesn't look like it. Pretty gusty conditions potentially out here. Moving to the northeast. Just south of McPherson, Kansas, to the north of Wichita. Yeah, pretty gusty conditions out there. Overall, this is pretty quiet. Let's give Mesomat a call and see what he thinks. He's going to be complaining. I just know it. I'm going to guess he's going to be like, dude, what is going on? Or like, oh, this is a bust. All right, let's see. Let's give Mesomet a call. Let's see.
Your call has been forwarded to
Oh my gosh, how rude. Oh, Marissa, did I miss that? Yeah, ride him, cowboy. I probably missed that by about an hour. Tracy, I appreciate you. Mark, I appreciate you. Don't make me do it. If I do it, they'll happen. I think I drew it really bad earlier, though. It's supposed to be like something like there we go. Come on, do something. I was much better at drawing that before. Yeah, the area I'm most worried about tonight is like this area right there, actually. Bad up there. No, I'm just kidding. There's a few places I wouldn't want to be. It's like there and there for sure. All right, come on. Let's do something. Let's do something. Nothing. Something, actually, maybe, but I'm telling you, I still think I'm onto something with this southern storm right here. I'm just saying. I don't know what it is. That's interesting. I don't know what it is. I think I'm on something. I do. Oh my god, these non-tornadoes are making me yawn. I feel like we should talk about the spring and summer merch line. At this point. I mean, no, this is good. This is good. What's probably going to happen, because I don't want to be on too long right now, probably on another 20 minutes, and at 8 p.m. I'm going to get off, put my little guy to sleep, and then get back on, because I do still think we're going to get some pretty strong supercells out here. I think we're pretty delayed. We can take a look at the real-time mesoscale analysis right now, and see what's going on. Notice how cool we are still up here. This was supposed to be much warmer. We're gonna start getting some of that nighttime cooling. Okay. Low to mid 70s through here. You can see where the thunderstorms are forming, by the way, along this temperature gradient, right? This is where your lift is happening. It's just not that sharp. Ooh, that was a nice lightning strike. Holy crap! I know that's small for you guys. That was a nice lightning strike. I'm gonna make more setups for my stream. I think I'll make one where you can see where like this is much bigger on the screen while I'm doing some other stuff, so you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, I'll make some more scenes so we can so you guys don't miss out on the chaser action moving forward. Okay, so and you can see where they're forming as well. You can see our dews. They're forming on the dew point line, kind of gradient. They're forming on the temperature gradient. Dry line, still significantly out to the west. Cloud cover has been an issue, but I mean, I think the biggest issue, because we were watching here, we wanted these to be closer to the boundary, to this dry line boundary. I think the biggest issue has been inhibition to the south and capping to the north. from not as much warm air advection to the north. I think we're a little bit cooler to the north than we thought. I also think, and I'm just telling you I think, I could be wrong, right? I'm just thinking, guys. I'm just thinking out loud. I also, why isn't this letting me zoom out? Hello? I also think that's a little bit loud. I also think, okay, that was extended. Yeah, I think it's a temperature and dew point issue, causing inhibition and capping. Inhibition to the south, capping to the north. The shear, we have enough shear. It's not the most impressive shear I've ever seen, but bulk shear is good enough. Effective layer shear, at least, is good enough. This just got extended. 1.25 hail. Inch and a quarter hail up here to the north. Still a pretty spicy looking system. High velocity winds down here to the south. This is moving up to the north and east. It's going to move right to the west of Fairview, likely. We've got this storm moving out towards, we're just going to say Sar. And then Cheyenne. Nothing too spooky yet. And you've got, 1.25 radar indicated hail, 60 mile per hour radar indicated wind gust. 1.5 radar indicated hail here with 60 mile per hour radar indicated winds. I'm surprised with the 50,000 storm chasers we have out here. We don't have observed hail yet, but hey. I went on Radar Omega and clicked storm chasers and there was like 20. But there's not much to look at. But okay, radar indicated, fine. This is still torpause down here, but this is an extension of that warning, so that's dropping off. A little bit of what looks like a couplet trying to form on the southern end of this system. I'm gonna put this into motion again. See if there's anything going on with these storms. You can see the cloud tops growing in here. There's a little bit of a notch, a little bit of an inflow region. Maybe you do get something in here. It's probably the best shot we have at the storms that I'm looking at least in the immediate, in the short term. Take a look at this southern system, this southern cell. This is wrapping up right here. So there's rotation in this one here down to the south as well. I think we need to go to a different radar. I think this is using the wrong radar. It's in a dead zone. Shocker. Look at our radars. Here's a radar. Here's a radar. Here's a radar. What you never want to be, guys, is in between all the radars. Oh, look. Did our tornado warning just shift? Our tornado watch just shifted to the north. You never want to be in the middle of your radars, and we're in the middle, so we're not really seeing a clear view there. Tornado watch just spread north, right up to the border of Kansas. A little bit of a shift. That's a development. This also looks like a development as well. Are we getting more initiation down here to the south? Here we go. Some more storms firing off down south here, so we'll see this pick up throughout the night. Let's go to this radar out here too. West of Fort Worth. Strong storms. Depends on maybe the Fort Worth region. Not severe. West.
All right.
We are seeing these storms
drops
down
now.
here to the south too. So storms are still initiating down here. Still strengthening. Yeah, his screen's dark right now. It'll light up when he's facing a storm with some lightning. Alright, what is going on? 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. Can you look at Massachusetts, please? Sure. There it is. There is Massachusetts. All right, let's get back to the storms. I'm just kidding. What's going on? There's Massachusetts. Oh, can't see it. It's buried in precipitation. Good. You guys are still in a drought even after your big snowstorm. So you guys will officially be out of any drought, I believe, after you just got your 1,000,000 inches of snow out here, and especially in eastern Massachusetts, and you're getting more rainfall here too. Nothing severe. A little bit of flooding issues out there in Mass, though, definitely possible. Look at these cells out to the west. Fort Worth. Let's watch it. Let's watch up here. Let's watch this region up here as these storms move to the north. I mean, hey, let's take a look at where our risk zone is. These storms are moving to the north. They're going to eventually enter some favorable tornadic. a favorable tornadic environment up there to the north. I think I like this song. Hold up, guys. Stop everything. Okay. Continue. Can you check for tsunamis in Colorado? Sure. Let me check. Make sure there's no tsunamis in Colorado. I don't know. This big body of water out here is concerning. It does look like it's kind of protruding a little bit to the east. Yeah, I'd say that we should have a tsunami watch in Colorado for sure. Big, yeah, lots of water out here. It's not normal. We don't normally have lots of water out here. Yeah. Yeah, take shelter, Colorado. Lower Buck looking weathers. That wasn't a correct sentence, but I understand what it meant. Yeah. Strong. I wouldn't say strong. Thunder showers out to your west. Heavy thunder showers. Moderate thunder showers out to your west. I think that's my final answer. Shouldn't be severe. We could have some flooding issues in Bucks, but you get a heavy rainfall tonight. Don't have too much fun in it. Morgan said, I'm dead. Oh my gosh. Look at that, guys. I'm creating jobs. A mod position just opened. Look at that. All right. Apply soon. It's gonna go quick. You'd think with how bad storms are in Oklahoma, we would. Oh, sometimes you guys have your own conversations, and then I think I volunteer as tribute. What? You're already a mod. Wait. Hey Connor, can you wish my friend Bree happy birthday? Bree, happy birthday. Oh, we never ran the intro, guys. Ow. Take it to the bank, cash it. I'm always right. I've never been wrong about anything in my entire life. Everything I've ever said has come true. Too late to run the intro.
We look a lot at the moon.
There it is. They look at the moon for our winter forecast. We've had 4 or 5 wiener wrist zones this week. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Daddy needs some coffee. I need some strawberry.
Bob donated $1,000 and says, Connor, you are the best weatherman, and you're very tall, smart, and handsome.
Oh, that's true. No, that's actually all accurate, Bob. That's accurate. I'm not gonna say none of that. That's true. Anyways, what's funny is I'm about to get off for like an hour. I'm gonna get back on, guys, but I'm about to get off for a little bit, and I just ran my intro, but that's fine. We needed to do it. We needed to do it. We needed to do it. We're still looking pretty good, guys. Inch and a quarter hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Severe thunderstorm warning up here in northwestern Oklahoma. Not on the finger, right in front of the finger, right out towards the knuckle of Oklahoma. Moving to the north and east, north-northeast towards Alva, out towards Anthony, Kansas. So that's happening. Cherokee, Alva, Anthony. Sounds like a band. Just, you know, keep your updates on. You know what I mean? Could go tour pause. This is a nice little couplet down here to the south, so you know, let's keep our updates on. Is this rotating right now? No. All right, let's go down here. A little bit of rotation, not much. A little bit of spin in here. Nothing to get too spooked about. Down to the south, we're gonna have a lot. We're gonna have some spin in pretty much all of these, just because of the environment they're in. Wait, Carol Ann. Oh, wait. Can I do it on here? There we go. Boom. Look at that. Come when you have time. Can you go to, into Bellevue, Nebraska for tonight and tomorrow? Sure. I can do that. Sure. If you unzoom Earth, the storms look sick. Oh my god, the camera's just black now. I'm about to get off for a little bit. Don't worry, I will be back on, like I said, tonight. But I'll take a look at that. Maybe I'll have that on the side screen for my lives. I have the power. Correct. All right. None of these storms looking too crazy. We're looking A-okay still so far. A-okay. Oh yeah, we were gonna go into we were gonna look at bring her into the crew. Let's see. Listen. What? Wait. Carolyn, I actually thought you had mod. I already thought you were a TikTok mod. Why did I think that? What is wrong with me? That's what it is. You're always here. You're here more than my mods. That's what my brain has been telling me. Yeah. That's what my brain's been telling me. True. Oh, yes, you can. Are your clothes on? He likes to walk around. My son likes to walk. He said, "Can I say hi to stream?" He's at the age where he likes to walk around naked. I gotta make sure he has clothes on. You want to come say hi to the stream? Daddy's about to get off for a little bit. All right, come say hi to the stream. Say hi, stream.
Hi, Dream.
How old do you turn on Saturday?
3.
3? What do you want for your birthday?
A small cake.
He wants a cake. That's all he wants for his birthday. What type of cake? What type of cake?
Not favorite cake.
Can you say hi, mods?
Hi, mods.
Say hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
Say I love you, chat.
Hey, love you, chat.
All right, I'll be over there in a second. Oh, hi, Soy. Yeah, but I'll be over there in a second. Big boy. Lots of big things are happening. Carol Ann's a mod. It's my son's birthday. Pretty big week, I'd say. Top 3. Top 3 of all time. I can't even handle it, honestly. I'm about to pass out. Big things. Okay. Let me get the little guy to sleepy times. And when I get back here, we'll aim for 9:30. Actually, we'll aim for 9:30. The HRRR sees some pretty strong storms still between 9 and 11 o'clock. So we'll get back and we'll take a look. I'll tell you this. Definitely not required to be on or anything, mods, if there's nothing going on. And if I get back on, I am going to get back on later. If I get back on, not much is going on. We'll call it a night. Obviously, we have severe weather tomorrow and Saturday. So there's going to be a lot going on this weekend. Oh, yeah, Bellevue, Nebraska. That's right. Sorry. Thanks for catching me. Thanks for catching me. Thank you for catching me. Belvedere. Doo-doo-doo. That's not Nebraska. Oh, look at that. You're right next to the airport. Let's take a quick look. We'll really quickly, let's start with the HRRR. Since we have the 0, 0, Z out, just look at our composite reflectivity. Here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, please work with me. Here you go. Looks like we could get some strong thunderstorms moving into that region. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Strong to severe thunderstorms possible 11 p.m. It's about 8 in the morning. I will tell you, like I said, I think it's more likely to be strong than severe. More likely to be strong than severe. But getting into tomorrow, we'll have to watch out for this 4 p.m. This could be a nice little. This could be a hail and wind threat moving through Bellevue, Omaha region for 5 p.m. And then again, you could have a squall line right behind that. This is going to be messy. If you do get that original push around 4 to 5 p.m., you're going to have some nice rain, cooled air, and I don't expect you to get any sort of. That should drastically decrease your tornado threat on the back end here. So I'd say a little bit of a wind and hail threat between 4 to 7 p.m. And at least right now, that's what it looks like. And then your skies, and you could get some strong thunderstorms behind it. Probably not severe. Then you clear up. Let's take a look a little bit further out. Actually, we're not gonna be able to look far enough out. But let me just take a look at this real quick. How far does our latest Rufus look out? Oh, 0, 0, Z is just loading. All right, we gotta wait. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'll get into more. I'll get into that stuff more in my video tomorrow. No problem. No problem. All right, everyone. I'm gonna get off. I'll be back on, and like I said, I'm gonna try to get back on at 9:30. We're gonna see. I will be watching the radar while I'm putting my son to sleep. So if stuff starts to pop off, you bet that I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be covering it tonight. So. If it really starts to pop off and we get some tornado warnings, I'll be on. I'll try to stay on for those. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I appreciate all you. All right.